Welcome to the Smart Recovery Get Smart Fast online training, where FAST stands for Facilitator and Support Team. I'm Tom Horvath, a licensed psychologist. I have specialized in addiction treatment since 1985, and I'm one of the co-founders of Smart Recovery.
And I'm Molly Waring. I'm a licensed advanced addiction counselor and certified addiction coach, and I'm a Smart Recovery facilitator trainer. We're so glad you could join us today.
Thank you for taking this first step to join our growing team of Smart Recovery volunteers. Your training to expand the reach of Smart Recovery to your area is truly appreciated and is very important in support of our mission. Just a quick note, it's not required that you be a mental health professional like Molly and me in order to facilitate Smart Recovery meetings. Molly?
Thanks, Tom. SMART stands for Self-Management and Recovery Training. Smart Recovery is a nonprofit organization that provides a self-empowering approach and mutual support groups to help participants gain independence from any addictive problem. Our meetings encourage participants to take responsibility for their recovery and learn how to develop healthy behaviors.
Smart Recovery started in 1994 with 42 group meetings in the U.S. Since then, Smart Recovery has grown to thousands of groups meeting in countries around the world. SMART has been recognized and endorsed by the leading government and medical institutions worldwide. Smart Recovery USA handles our operations and services in the United States and Canada, while Smart Recovery International does the same for the rest of the world, including Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. We also have offices in Australia and the UK that manage operations in those countries.
As you take on your Smart Recovery role, you may get asked about SMART's position on recovery, addictive problems, and related issues. It's essential for you to be comfortable with and aware of the current suggested responses to these questions. Let's examine some of these questions with Barry Grant, who is joining us now from the East Coast.
Thank you, Molly and Tom. I'm Barry Grant, the Director of Outpatient Programs and Services at the Hope House Treatment Centers in Crownsville, Maryland. I wanted to give you a few examples of some of the questions you may be asked about SMART's position on recovery, addictive problems, and related issues. Here's one. Does SMART believe addiction is a disease? Since addiction researchers continue to debate this issue, Smart Recovery does not have a position on it. Our position is Smart Recovery can help you whether you believe addiction is a disease or not. We also sometimes hear Smart Recovery is only for agnostics or atheists, or SMART opposes religion and spirituality. These are simply not true statements. While spirituality is not a part of the Smart Recovery approach itself, we encourage individuals to incorporate their religious beliefs into their change plan. If you're asked about spirituality, the answer is, we believe the power to change addictive behaviors resides within each individual and does not depend upon adherence to any spiritual viewpoint. The use of religious or spiritual beliefs and practices in recovery is a personal choice and not part of our approach. A useful scientific study on this issue indicated that achieving recovery through SMART meetings is independent of one's religious beliefs. You might also be asked, is SMART Recovery a moderation program? Or you might be told that SMART is for people who want to moderate their addictive behaviors. The easy answer is no, we are not a moderation program. You might go on to say that SMART Recovery is abstinence-oriented. Our meetings and program help people stop harmful addictive behaviors. We do not teach people how to moderate this behavior. As with all mutual support groups, however, not everyone coming through the door is committed or motivated to abstain. Many hope they can learn to moderate and become a social drinker, for example. Some try to moderate and find that abstinence is the best course, and others might succeed. Also, abstinence is not possible with some addictions, such as overeating or compulsive shopping or internet use. Of course, moderate use of any potentially lethal substances is not an advisable option. To succeed in recovery, people must set their own goals. SMART helps participants stop addictive behaviors that are destroying or devaluing their lives. According to one of the main conclusions of the landmark report by the U.S. Surgeon General, Facing Addiction in America, is that there are many pathways to recovery. Molly and Tom, what other questions will facilitators frequently get?
Another important question you'll probably get is this: is Smart Recovery anti-AA? The answer is an absolute no. Smart Recovery is a strong proponent of choice in recovery. We believe individuals should be fully aware of all their options. We say, discover the power of choice, and urge each individual to find the path to recovery that works best for them. For some, that may include 12-step programs like Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous. While our approach differs from AA and NA in several ways, it does not exclude them as an option based on the preferences of each individual. Some of our participants choose to attend AA or NA meetings when they cannot attend a Smart Recovery meeting, and they also find these meetings helpful on their path to permanent change. Then there's the question, what is Smart Recovery's stance on prescribed medications? Since our approach is based on science and evidence-based, Smart Recovery has no objections to medications that are prescribed by medical professionals, whether they're specific to addiction or prescribed for anxiety, depression, or other emotional, behavioral, or psychiatric co-occurring disorders. We encourage people to continue the medications that have been prescribed by their medical professional. Our official position on medications is Smart Recovery supports the scientifically informed use of psychological treatment and legally prescribed addiction and psychiatric medication. Molly, are there any other frequently asked questions you think we should address?
Yes. A few people also have an utterly misinformed idea that Smart Recovery is connected to Scientology. The answer to this idea is a resounding no. You may also hear a misstatement that all Smart Recovery facilitators are mental health professionals like me and Tom. While some are, most are not. Smart Recovery has a unique blend of volunteers, some who are addiction professionals. Most have successfully participated in Smart Recovery meetings and then become a volunteer to pay it forward by sharing what they've learned. Other facilitators are neither in recovery nor a treatment professional. They choose to lead meetings to serve their community by helping people with addictive behaviors or their family members or friends. No matter what their background or how they came to be associated with SMART, all volunteers who wish to become SMART meeting facilitators or hosts require training. They learn how to represent SMART's core values, principles, and mission and effectively manage a group meeting. And they learn how to use SMART tools before they're fully trained or authorized to run a SMART meeting.
The governing board of Smart Recovery is composed of professionals and peers, including people who've recovered or helped loved ones with addictive problems. The majority of board members are peers. The addiction epidemic is one of the worst healthcare crises in modern times. By training to become a Smart Recovery facilitator, you will join the world's largest community of people leading support meetings with a self-empowering and science-based approach that has saved countless lives over more than a quarter century and will save millions more in the years and decades to come.